sunny day, sunny Monaco. We will be observing the most epic ride in the park, the carousel. The Pendulum Ride. The Pendulum Ride is a scary and action-packed ride found in many amusement parks. A pendulum ride is basically a gondola that swings in an arc using the force of gravity, centripetal force, and the force of the motor to help it speed up. Here's an example of the ride. To begin the ride, the employee in charge of the ride has to approximately measure the amount of mass on the ride, then input it on a computer to change the amount of applied force coming from the motor. Once the employee pushes the start button, the fun begins. The ride starts slowly but begins to speed up quickly. Newton, a brilliant scientist, helped propose 3 laws to why things like the pendulum ride and other amusement park rides can work. The applied force coming from the motor helps demonstrate Newton's first law. Until the motor acts upon the gondola is a balanced force, and when acted upon by the motor, it becomes an unbalanced force, moving in x newtons in which direction the motor pushes.
What?
Basically, if you're confused, Newton's first law of motion states that any object that is not moving does not move, and any object that is not moving will not move unless acted on by another force. This is how the gondola works, in a way that it is not moving until the motor acts upon it and it begins to go faster.
Oh, I get it now.
The ending part of this ride helps explain Newton's third law. Once the gondola gets pushed by the motor, being the electric force of the ride, gravity pulls down after it gets to a certain height, then falls down with the same force and gravity at its side. Like Newton's third law, at the bottom of the ride you have most gravity, and at the top you feel most weightlessness. Weightlessness is a sensation felt when you basically feel like you have no weight. This is felt when the only force acting upon you is gravity. During weightlessness, there is no normal force, the force pushing you up from your seat, and there is very little air resistance. Although it is present, the speed and mass of the gondola is too much for the air resistance to slow down, so the gondola can speed up. Tensional force also holds the gondola up. How the gondola speeds up relates to Newton's second law. The acceleration of the ride is dependent on the net force being gravity combined with the applied force from the motor and on the object's mass being the people of the ride. Centripetal force keeps the gondola moving in a circle and instead of any direction. Now, based off Newton's first law, the gondola stops because of the motor slowing down and also air resistance. We hope you guys enjoyed our presentation of the pendulum ride, and you should check it out. See you next time.